Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Everybody Has a Story concert. Tonight's entertainment features the Janet Hines Norris Band, Uncle John Podest, Kennedy's Kitchen, Judy Berg, Lindsay Kelly with Russell John, Curtis Lord, and me, Dan Waterhouse. To start us off, let's get our shine on with the Moonshine Crooners.
That's Mr. Jake Carpenter on guitar.
Thank you.
He's told me 1,000,000 times he's sorry. I'll always take him back, but no soon I know. Spend a night with you and leave me crying. You don't love him, you won't let him go. Oh, whiskey, if you were a woman, I'd fight you when I'd win. Lord knows do, I'll do it better. You'll never be the woman I can be. You'll spend the night with you and leave me crying. You don't love him, but you won't let him go. Oh, whiskey. If you were a woman, I'd fight you when I'd win, Lord knows what. Oh, whiskey, if you were a woman, I'd drive you from his tangled mind for good. Oh, whiskey, if you were a woman, I'd fight you when I'd win, Lord knows I would. Oh, whiskey, if you were a woman, I'd drive you from his tangled mind for good. Oh, whiskey, if you were a woman, I'd drive you from his tangled mind for good.
Thank you very much. We are the Moonshine Cooters, and that was Miss Jetta Cruz right there. Jay Carpenter on lead. Hovering by my suitcase, trying to find a warm place to spend the night. Heavy rains are falling, I hear your voice calling, it's alright. A rainy night in Georgia, a rainy night in Georgia. I believe that it's raining all over the world, raining all over the world. Neon lights are flashing, taxi cabs and buses passing through the night. The distant moan of a train seems to play a sad refrain to the night. A rainy night in Georgia, a rainy night in Georgia. I believe that it's raining all over the world, raining all over the world. Sometimes I wonder, still turns out the same. No matter how you look at it or think of it, it's just life and you've got to play the game. Find myself a boxcar, pull out my guitar, pass some time. Late at night, it's hard to rest. I hold your picture to my breast and I feel fine. A rainy night in Georgia, a rainy night in Georgia. I believe that it's raining all over the world. Raining all over the world. Thank you very much. I'm Scott Cavanis.
The Moonshine Crooners, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Folks, it's my great pleasure to, and privilege, to introduce you to the man who started it all, Curtis Lord.
Watch it. We have bouncers. We won't tolerate any miscreants. Judy Meadow, I see you over there, especially you. Welcome, everybody, to the second annual edition of Everybody Has a Story. We're just a group of volunteers, former and current residents of South Bend who got together and thought, it was time to celebrate our heritage. I know that we're all well aware of the difficulties South Bend's had over many years, but there's a lot to celebrate. There's a lot good going on in the city. It's time we started talking about the good news and the good times, the good people. Our special way of doing that is by telling the stories of remarkable, what I call remarkable ordinary people. We're working in the trenches every day to make the kind of changes, positive changes that we need in our city. And also we do it by bringing out some of the really fantastic entertainment that we have in the city, as witnessed by the Moonshine Crooners, a group of people who are not only fantastic musicians, they're fantastic people and do lots of work in the community. I had the privilege of meeting Scott Cavanis, who was in our show last year, and Jetta Cruz then afterwards. Rick Remble, the drummer, he and I go back in the day when we were teenagers. And Jake Carpenter is just a phenomenal guitar player, and he's a better person. And that's the kind of people that we attract, we cultivate, and we want to bring to you. Our goal is simply to instill a sense of pride and unity in our community, and we're going to do that through informing you, inspiring you, hopefully, and entertaining you. You'll be the judge of that, and I hope that you'll go to our website or our Facebook page afterwards and tell us your thoughts and feelings about the concert. We're going to support tonight two fantastic charities. Reading for Life, I'm going to let them tell their own story, and the Friends Fund, which I call affectionately. A little later on, we will tell their full stories. Now, on with the show. I'm going to sing an original song because when I started playing again after a 30 or 40 year hiatus, I realized I couldn't write I Love You True, You Make Me Blue songs anymore. It was out of my age group. However, we can, sorry, I got to turn the page here. We can write about our own experiences, and I'm not young anymore, so I write songs for the not young anymore people. But I hope you enjoy it. I wanted to write a benediction, and it came out like this. It's called Tribute. We're good? Memories both far and near, like distant stars disappear, flicker back to life again upon a black night sky. Yesterday now seems so close. I hear the voices, see the ghosts, reach across the great divide. I can touch their hands almost. May your wine flow like water, and your water always taste like sweet wine. May the sun of joy rise in your heart, keep you warm for a very long time. We were only children then, we made believe and played pretend, yearned for love that would not end, like water yearns for thirst. We struggled through the raging wars, we took it all and gave much more, and learned that love's a blessing, learned that love's a curse. May your wine flow like water, and your water always tastes like sweet wine. May the sun of joy rise in your heart, keep you warm for a very long time. Now I'm old, nothing straight or true. My mind now does what my body can do. So I sing these songs for you. I sing these songs for you. You save me with an attitude of courage and of gratitude, and every day I pray it, with every prayer I say it. May your wine flow like water, and your water always tastes like sweet wine. May the sun of joy rise in your heart, keep you warm for a very long time. May your wine flow like water, and your water always taste like sweet wine. May the sun of joy rise in your heart and warm you for a very long time. Thank you all. I'd like to bring out my friend, Uncle John Pottis. I knew him since I was a kid, 12 years old to be precise. He wasn't called Uncle John then. And I'll just tell you briefly while he's setting up here. I was in a band when I was 12, and we got to be on the WNDU talent show. And I played bass, but I only played with one finger on one string, and it wasn't very good. And we were playing Money, which requires a very, very fierce bass. And he and his brother played before us, and when we got up there, that song started, and I'd played bass there. I'd never played in my whole life. And I looked over, and it was John playing bass. And not that he was trying, and I didn't think he was trying to show me up. He's just a generous person. I got all the credit for it. They still talk about that bass line. And John is still playing a mean everything. He's here to play with me on this song, Hard Times Come Again No More by Stephen Foster, one of the great American songwriters. And I guess I'm playing it because I grew up in South Bend when Studebaker closed, and I know what it felt like. And I remember sitting around the kitchen table, and my sister's crying, and we all thought we were going to the poorhouse. And we didn't go. But I think the city of South Bend has known hard times. Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. While we seek mirth and beauty, and music light and gay, there are frail forms fainting at the door. Though their voices are silent, their pleading words will say, oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you've lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you've lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Tis a sigh that is wafted across the troubled wave. 'Tis a wail that is heard upon the shore. 'Tis a dirge that is murmured around a lowly grave. Oh, hard times come again no is the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again, no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. One of the great things about doing this is that I've hooked up with so many great old friends. Great then and better now. Here's my dear friend, song diva in South Bend, Indiana. Was when I was a kid, and she is now Miss Judy Berg.
This is supposed to be my mic. I try to take ownership when I'm on stage. I got it. Now it's mine. All right. I'm really glad to be here to play for this. Wonderful charities, and it's so much fun to network with all these amazing musicians. Everybody has a story, and mine is, tonight is, one of them is Alzheimer's. I've known people who have gotten it, and it's very scary because you know you're getting it. You get the diagnosis, and you have all kinds of things that happen before you're out of it. And so I wrote this story, and it is a number of things that people told me that they did go through. And I'm using a house metaphor because, in the end, your mind is your home. So this is called There's a Hole in My Roof. There's a hole in my roof, birds fly in and rain falls through. There are bats in the belfry, uninvited guests I can't see. Windows full of light, when such a short time ago twilight loomed. Sunlight clears my vision. Sometimes I know when the dark is just night. Like pillows in the bedroom, why can't these clouds in my mind give me rest? The sun clears my vision, though the daylight has shattered the gloom. There's a hole in my roof, birds fly in and rain falls through. There are bats in the belfry, uninvited guests I can't see. Thieves in the night There are bats in the belfry, uninvited guests I can't see. Thank you. Thank you very much. This next song is a song that I read this poem. My mother gave me Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson is such a sad little girl, but she wrote such beautiful poetry, and this is a poem that I fell in love with. It's about the beginning of the day and the end of the day and what the sky looks like. It's called A Slash of Blue. A slash of blue, a sweep of gray, a patch of scarlet on the way, compose an evening sky. A little purple slit between some ruby trousers hurried on. A wave of gold, a bank of day. Hey, 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 hey. This just makes out the morning sky. Do 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 do. A wave of gold, a bank of day makes the morning sky. A slash of blue, a sweep of gray makes the evening sky. Makes the evening sky. Makes the evening sky. Makes the evening sky. Do 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 do. Do do. Thank you. And thank you, John Pottis, Uncle John Pottis, wonderful bass player. He is so great. This next song is by a jazz guy named Michael Franks. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of him, but I love him. Hey, Michael Franks fans, cool. Somebody's heard of him. Anyway, okay. But when I heard this song, I just thought, man, this is an anthem for the age about love and ecology. It is just a cool song. So, okay, here it is. It's called The Dream. I had this dream in which I swam with dolphins in open sea, a transparent blue. Maybe you dreamt it too. And on the earth, the trees were covered with blossoms, the rainforest had not died, and the Amazon shined like an emerald. Somewhere, somehow, somewhere we must hold back the dawn while there's still time to try. Keep the faith, keep the dream alive. And I had this dream that we were all one family, that war and famine could not undo. Maybe you dreamt it too. And our family's name was either kindness or compassion, and we recognized each other, and we recognized the light inside us. Somewhere, somehow, somewhere we must hold back the dawn while there's still time to try. Keep the faith, keep the dream alive. Somewhere, somehow, somewhere we must hold back the dawn while there's still time to try. Keep the faith, keep the dream alive. I woke up to find it was just a dream. I knew in my mind it was just a dream. I woke up to find it was just a dream. Why must it always be just a dream? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Uncle John Pottist on bass. Thank you.
You can't have an event called Everyone Has a Story without an honest-to-goodness storyteller. And in that case, we got one of the best. Mr. Dan Waterhouse, everybody.
Tonight, I'd like to tell you a story about a 10-year-old's first crush. Now, some people don't take to the notion of love at first sight. I do. It was a perfect summer day in '65, and I walked in the back door, and I saw my sister Jan talking on the kitchen wall phone to her boyfriend Kevin, he was a real nice, clean-cut kid from the right side of the tracks, and he wanted to see her in the worst way. The problem was, He was watching his 10-year-old sister, and if he was going to come, he was going to have to bring her with him. Well, I was pouring Kool-Aid when my sister got off the phone, and she excitedly told me that they're on their way. He's bringing her, and I'm going to have to find something to do with her, and I'm going to have to be nice. I said, why me? She goes, because you're both the same age, not just do it. Well, then she ran on up the stairs to put on a mini skirt and go-go boots like they wore on Shindig and Hullabaloo. Because she tuned in every week to keep up with all the latest dance move and see all her favorites like the Lovin' Spoonful, Paul Revere and the Raiders, Gene Pitney, and the Righteous Brothers. But when she came back down, she was carrying a record player with a stack of 45s already loaded on the changer so they could slow dance if they wanted to. Brother. Well, it wasn't long, and Kevin pulled up to the front of the house in his mom's station wagon. And my sister said, come on. And I said, I was reluctant about it, but I followed her out there because that's what you did back then, go out and greet your guests. Well, out of that car stepped a brown-eyed girl with tumbling auburn curls and wearing her mother's bright red lipstick and a double-holstered gun belt to die for. I was impressed. Oh, yeah. Well, Kevin came around the side of the car. He says, hey, Danny, this is my little sister, Jane. And she said, hi. And she flashed this bashful, beautiful smile. I couldn't find a word to save my soul. This was it. Good Lord. Now, even at 10 years old, I was all about the movies, and I knew that this had a Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello scene written all over it. Well, we went on into the house, and it wasn't long. My sister said, well, go on, go find something to do. And I said, Jan, it's getting cloudy out there, and I think that I heard some thunder. And she said, well, then get the umbrella and go somewhere. I said, where? There's nothing to do. Well, Kevin, you know, he wanted to be alone with my sister, so he reached down in his pocket and he pulled out some silver change, and he suggested that I take Jane down to the Tasty Freeze and get an ice cream. He held out his hand. He said, is this enough? Well, I just wore an aloof impression I'd seen somewhere in the movies, and I waited. And it wasn't long, and he took out $1. Off we went out the front door and started going down the street, and we saw the dark gray clouds to the west, and we could hear the rumble of the thunder rolling across the sky. And I realized I needed some get acquainted conversation. So I asked her, where do you go to school? She said, I go over here to St. Anthony's. It's a Catholic school. Where do you go? I said, Pearly. It's a public school. Well, we got down to the corner waiting for the light to change, and a big clap of thunder boomed overhead, and it began to pour. She said, let's go in here. So we ducked in the door at Darnell drugstore, and her face lit up when she saw that big fountain at the back. And so we went back to the back there, and we took 2 seats on swivel stools at the end of that long counter. Well, she ordered a double-dip strawberry cone, and I settled for chocolate. And we talked about all of our favorite shows, and we liked all the same ones. It was My Friend Flicka, Fury, Sky King, Roy Rogers. It was like we were soulmates, and we were only 10 years old. Well, we were having the best time, and I'll tell you, by the time she finished that strawberry cone, her mother's bright red lipstick was nothing but a memory, but she was just as pretty as before. Well, it was still pouring down rain outside, so I ordered 2 Green Rivers. Well, she'd never experienced that before, and it made me feel pretty worldly to introduce her to it. So they put them down in front of us in those little paper cones that are shoved down into a little metal base. And we sat there and we drank them. And we sat there and swiveled in our stools. And when we met in the middle, our knees touched. And we both liked that feeling a lot. So there we were, sipping and swiveling and touching knees and slurping melting ice from the bottom of cups with our straw. And I showed her my green tongue. And she laughed, and she showed me hers. And I knew right then that we had just moved on to a whole new level. Well, the rain let up outside, And so we stepped out the door, and I opened up the umbrella, and we were slowly walking back to the house. But we had to stay really, really close together to stay dry. And as we walked along, the backs of our hands brushed against each other. And I felt her fumbling for mine, and then she laced her little fingers and held my hand real tight. And it started to feel like a Gene Kelly movie to me. It was all I could do to keep from breaking out into a song and dance, but I resisted it. We got back to the house, and I started up the front porch and was going to the door, and she stopped me and she said, "Wait, can't we just stand out here and talk?" Well, she never moved away or let go of my hand, and still to this day, the smell of a warm summer rain and Sweetheart soap makes me smile. Well, Jan and Kevin were inside watching I Dream of Jeannie, and the end credits started to roll, and they stood up and started to slowly walk towards the door. It was that time already. In a now or never act of desperation, Jane stepped up and kissed me right on my lips. And all I could think was, Gene Kelly, Gene Kelly, Gene Kelly. Well, Kevin came out the door and threw his jacket over his head. He said, "Come on, we got to go." I held the umbrella over Jane, and we ran off to her car. She got in, closed the door, and waved goodbye. And I stood there on the curb and watched those taillights go down to the corner and around and disappear. Well, I didn't have to resist anymore, and I didn't want to. I jumped off that curb into that flooded street, just singing and dancing in the rain. Thanks, folks.
You can sure spin them. I have a lot to say about this next group coming up here, but I'm not going to say it because you don't want me to waste any time because you really want to hear them. I will say this: I admire any band who has a man who has the courage to wear the kind of hat that I do. I was cued here to tell an Irish joke, but I think that's probably in bad taste. So I'm just going to let them do their setup, and in 30 seconds, you are going to be delighted by the incredible talent of Kennedy's Kitchen.
It was in tune when I bought it. I don't understand.
All right, everybody. South Bend is in the process of becoming a city, as you well know. And in part of that, we're looking forward, and the arts is a huge, huge part of that. And Nolan, you ready? Okay, well, I'll tell you the rest of the story later.
You may hear them speak about Mozambique and of Africa's famine tide, of drought and greed of which few take heed have sapped the continent's pride. And while millions cry, 10,000s die, and our governments take no stand, well, today I'll tell of a similar hell that happened in our own land. Early spring in Black 49, the country was on the rocks. Day and night, relentless blight had consumed the tatty crops. And while cattle and grain were exported to Spain, and food lay piled in stores, in the middle, south, and around about, the people they died in scores. Now the crowds were gathered in Louisburg, hoping for some relief. 'Twas said that the poor law guardians could end their piteous grief. Oh, these gentlemen fine were meeting to dine in Delphi 10 miles away. Children, women, and men 600 strong set out on that fateful day. Crossing the Glen Keene in full flood, some fell by the riverside. And going along the mountain road, still more collapsed and died. Going along the mountain road, still more collapsed and died. Exhausted and weak, scarcely able to speak, they thronged into Delphi town. Children, women, and men 600 strong set out on that fateful day. Now, after his meal of wine and veal, the guardian addressed them all, saying, "There's no food here," and he greatly feared no room within workhouse walls. They would have to go, hail, rain, or snow, and to their homes walk back. Dismayed and afraid, with despair in their hearts, they set out upon the track. Like harvest sheaves or rotting leaves, they fell, dying along the road. The dark drew in, the snow it came down, and the night it was bitter cold. Going along the cliffs, the wind it was stiff, driving on the blinding sleet. Oh, hundreds were swept into Duloch's depths, a horror beyond belief. Next day, relieving officers had a terrible sight in store, with bodies strewn along the route and littering Duloch's shores. Whole families dead for want of being fed, and injustice a crying shame, a forgotten sign to our own time when we witness the very same. Now from the Sudan to Pakistan, famine victims they wait in need. And a country like ours that knows this curse must surely take a lead. Oh, remember that walk, remember Duloch. Let our banners be unfurled against selfish gain and indifference to pain, and for justice throughout our world.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I won't do it that way then.
All right, folks, we're going to sing you an Irish love song, and if you know it, you'll join in the chorus. I think that a people are a people based on the stories that we know in common. And I'm just going to tell you very briefly. We have this gorgeous river. St. Mary's is on the banks of this beautiful river that we call the St. Joe. And I grew up with a myth here in town that the St. Joe is a very dangerous river. A friend of mine, we go hiking in the mountains. We've been glacier hiking up in Alaska. He won't go on the St. Joe River because he grew up hearing how dangerous it was. The name of the river is the Swasabee. It's the Potawatomi name. It means the drowning of twin sisters. The name, I'm just going to invite you to go to the library and find a book called Tales of the Kankakee and take a look back and learn a little bit about where we are. And that's that.
Thank you.
Kennedy's Kitchen, everyone. Bill and then some. I'd like you to help me welcome Lindsay Kelly, and Russell John.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm a little nervous. This is just what I was worried about. Feel so bad I got a worried mind. I'm so lonesome all of the time. Since I left my baby behind on Blue Bayou, saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine, looking forward to happier times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine on Blue Bayou, where those fishing boats with their sails afloat, if I could only see that familiar sunrise through sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. Gonna see my baby again, gonna be with some of my friends. Maybe I'll feel happy again on Blue Bayou, saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine, looking forward to happier times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine on Blue Bayou, where those fishing boats with their sails afloat, if I could only see that familiar sunrise through sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. La 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 la. Oh, with that boy of mine by my side, the silver moon and the evening tide. Oh, some sweet day gonna take away this hurting inside. Oh, I'll never be blue, my dreams come true on Blue Bayou. It is hotter than a firecracker up here. He left no time to regret, kept his dick wet with his same old safe bet. me and my head high and my tears dry. Get on without my guy. You went back to what you know, so far removed from all that we went through. And I tread a troubled track. My odds are always stacked. I go back to black. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to. We only said goodbye with words. I have died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to us. I love too much. It's never enough. You love blow and I love puff. And life is just like a pipe, and I'm a tiny penny rolling up the walls inside. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to black, 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 black. You guys watch House? Anybody watch House? Raise your hand if you watch House. But you know who Hugh Laurie is. He put out a jazz album. Okay, well here's one of them. Walking down the levee with my head hanging low, looking for my papa, but he ain't here no more. Baby, you don't know my mind. So when you see me laughing, I'm laughing just to keep from crying. Won't cook my dinner, won't wash my clothes, won't do nothing but walk the road, baby. You don't know my mind. When you see me laughing, I'm laughing just to keep from crying. bam, bam. Sometimes I think if my baby is too good to die, sometimes I think he should be buried alive. Baby, you don't know, you don't know my mind. When you see me laughing, I'm laughing just to keep from crying. Wish I had a nickel, wish I had a dime, wish I hadn't given myself such a fabulous time. Baby, you don't know, you don't know my mind. Oh, when you see me laughing, I'm laughing just to keep from crying. Hey, I said a rotten little hurry up and do boom do how you got to do but hell out of hey, you don't do rip up and do said I won't bub and breathe out of rock and be bad and do yeah. You made me get mad, you made me get sad, going gets tougher than you ever had, baby. You don't know my damn mind. Oh, when you see me laughing, I'm laughing just to keep from crying. I said when you see me laughing, I'm laughing just to keep from crying. Oh, honey, when you see me laughing, I'm laughing just to keep from crying. Russell talk at you for a minute or two. He's gonna tune it up. It was hurting the fillings in my teeth. It was bothering me. It was bothering me.
This guitar will stay in tune for a week and I'll pick it up and it's like one song and I gotta tune it again.
Are you guys hot? Is it hot in here?
Is it her? All right, here we go. We're back on track, Kurt.
The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. You know you done me wrong. You'll be sorry someday. The thrill is gone, the thrill is gone away for good. Oh, the thrill is gone, it's gone away. Oh, it's gone away for good. Someday I know I'll be open armed, baby, just like a good woman should. Right now I'm free, free. I'm free from your spell. And I said I feel free, I'm free, I'm free. Oh, I'm free from your spell. Yeah. And now that it's all over, and now that it's all over, now that it's all over, all I can do is wish you well. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread your wings and take to the sky. But until that morning, oh, can't nothing harm you. With your mama and your daddy standing oh so close nearby, I loves you, Porgy. Don't let him take me. Don't let him handle me with his hot hands. If you can keep me, I wanna stay here with you forever. I've got my man. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, 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 and the cotton grows so high. Your daddy's got everybody's money, and your mama's too fine. She's too fine. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thanks, Russell. Michiana's got talent. It's all over the place. Nothing says Midwest more than the classic guitar picking style known as Americana. And tonight we have one of the area's best loved artists to show us how it's done. Please join me in welcoming the fretmaster himself, John Podest.
All right. Well, somebody was short.
Somebody was tall. And his sidekick, Judy. Okay. Lots of stuff up here.
You know, these sound guys have a heck of a job.
They do.
Plugging and unplugging.
Everybody's real mean to him, too. I'm sorry. No, that was pretty nice. Yeah.
Well, this next song, well, let me qualify it first. My wife and I travel a lot, and one of our travels took us through the back roads of Mississippi. And it was quite an education on that type of lifestyle. And to be quite honest, I envy them in many ways, pretty laid back. So I wrote a song about it, and it's called Dirt Road Country Poor Boy Blues. Well, I've never seen the likes of a big city, and I've never seen a Lexus SUV. I just drive around in this old Studebaker pickup truck that my daddy drove and handed down to me. Well, I've never known the likes of a good woman, and I've never known about those pleasures to be. I just listen to my records of Doc Watson, and I'm not too sure just what's an MP3. And here I am in southern Mississippi. Well, here I am, as broke as I can be. Here I am alone, and I've got nothing to lose. Got those dirt road country poor blues. Well, here I am, as broke as I can be. Here I am alone, and I've got nothing to lose. heard the sound of a cell phone ringing, and I've never heard a factory's whistling horn. I just listen to those bullfrogs in the evening. Hear a trailer in a pond where I was born. Here I am in southern Mississippi. Well, here I am, as broke as I can be. Here I am alone, and I've got nothing to lose. Got those dirt road country poor blues. Got those dirt road country poor blues. Got those dirt road country poor boy blues. Thank you. I think Judy's guitar wasn't coming through there, so. It was solo.
Was that crack about the sound people, I guess?
Yeah, that must have did it. That's
Sorry.
Okay.
Man, certain things you just don't crack about.
I should have waited with that comment.
Yeah, I know. I should have waited. Okay.
Anyway, this next tune, I love instrumentals. And anyway, and I like a lot of guitar players. But one of my favorites is Norman Blake, who's quite a prodigy, plays several different instruments, and his recordings are in the archives for the United States. What's that called? The Historical Archives? I forgot. Anyway, Library of Congress. Thank you so much. Yeah. So here's one. It's called the White Oak Swamp. And so I'm going to do what you call flat picking because I've got a flat pick. And Judy finger picks because she has finger picks. But this is called flat picking. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I never get tired listening to John. CR is going to come back. That's Curtis Lord. Where are you, buddy? There he is.
By the way, this is my buddy TJ. He looks after me. I'm the only artist here that TJ will work for. Can you just move that forward for me? Thank you, my friend. That's great. You never know where a song is going to come from. I just heard the phrase, second heart somewhere, like a second heart, and I wrote a song. Baby, I've been so worried so very long, worn and weak and weary. My worry was so strong. I worried and I worried. When I was gone, I worried more. Then I got to wondering, what am I worried for? So baby, say you love me. It's all I need to hear. Tell me that you need me. It drives away the fear. Just tell me you still want me. I'll stand up straight and proud. You can whisper it into my ear or shout it right out loud. Oh, come to me tonight and we'll embrace in joy and peace. I'll feel the rhythms of your love, just like a second heart inside of me. Baby, I've had my trouble, been beaten, battered, and abused. Applied to heaven for relief, but my application was refused. We'd really love to help you out, but so many folks are now in line. Maybe you could try to help yourself just this one time. So baby, be my angel, I'll be your man divine. I'll pour my love upon your sorrows if you pour your love on mine. Lay down upon me, darling, chest to chest and toes to toes. You can kiss me on my forehead, against your nose. Oh, come to me tonight and we'll embrace in joy and peace. I'll feel the rhythms of your love, just like a second heart inside of me. I'll feel the rhythms of your love, just like a second heart inside of me.
I got to ask you a question. Now, standing flat-footed, how high do you suppose you could jump? What do you think? Maybe 12, 18, 24 inches? Well, you might not believe this, but when I was about 12 years old, I saw a kid jump about 7 feet high. Now, how can that be? Well, let me tell you about it. One day after supper, I asked my mom if I'd go to the movies, and she told me no. I said, Mom, come on, you got to let me go. She said, no, you're not going anywhere. I said, but you don't understand. There's a new James Bond movie playing down there at the Granada Theater. Everybody's talking about it. I want to go see it. No, you're not going to the movies. Well, I put on the longest face that I could muster, and I whined as long as she could stand it. And she finally said, okay, but I'm telling you right now, you better have your butt back home before dark or I'm going to take my switch to you. Now, I took that warning pretty seriously because I was acquainted with that switch. But I kissed her on the cheek and off I went. I got down to the theater, bought my ticket, and took my seat down the front row, and there he was, impeccably dressed, driving that Aston Martin, kissing all those beautiful women, and he was taking care of those villains and foes. But then it was over. So I went up the aisle to the lobby, and I could see that there was a little daylight left, and just as the coming attraction reel started. Well, I thought I can go back down there and see what's coming soon. So I went down there, and I watched all those coming attractions, started to get up, and all of a sudden the second feature started. Holy moly, it's Robinson Crusoe on Mars. Well, I guess I could probably afford to watch a couple minutes of this. Well, I got to tell you, me watching a couple minutes of a movie is like one lick off of an ice cream cone. It ain't going to happen. Before I knew it, that movie was over. So I went sliding up the aisle to the lobby. I looked out the door, and that daylight was long gone. Man, was I going to get it. I went out through those doors, started running down the street as fast as I could, thinking that every second I shaved off the clock was going to lessen the severity of the whooping I had waiting for me on the back porch. Well, I went around the side of the Methodist church and was going to take a shortcut through the cemetery, save a little time. Well, I'd been through that cemetery probably 100 times before, but this was different because it was night. And it was eerily dark that night. And all I had to guide me was just a little sliver of a moon. And when I was walking past those gravestones, I was thinking about who was in there. Dead people. And they might not want me hanging around. And that cemetery was full of really old, ugly trees with big, gnarly limbs hanging down over me. And it was starting to scare the crap out of me. So I thought, I got to get to stepping. And I started to run. And I no sooner hit a full stride, and all of a sudden there was no ground underneath me. And I fell down, down, down into a freshly dug grave. Well, I tried climbing out of that thing, but there was nothing solid to grab onto. Oh, man. Well, wait a minute. If they dug this hole today, they're probably going to put somebody in it tomorrow. So if I could just make it through the night, somebody's going to come along and pull me out. So I began to wait. As luck would have it, I heard a twig snap and footsteps coming in my direction. Well, not knowing who or what it was, I thought, I better step back into the short, shadowy corner of this hole in the ground. And I waited, and the footsteps got closer and closer, and my heart started pounding. Then the footsteps were right over me, and all of a sudden I heard this blood-curdling scream and a great big thud right in front of me. And there was this boy. Well, he got to screaming and bawling, and he was scratching and clawing and sliding back down the side, and the dirt falling all over his feet, and he just didn't know what to do, and he went on and on and on. He said, oh, God, get me out of this hole. I swear I promise to be a better brother to my little sister, and I'm going to listen to everything my mother tells me to do if you'll just please send an angel down here to fly me home. Well, he stood there for a little bit and was about exhausted. And I thought, this is probably not a good time to let him know he's not alone. I was just about to say something, and in a trembling voice, he said, God, don't let me go out like this. Please don't let the Grim Reaper come and take me. And I figured this has gone on long enough. So I stepped out of the shadows, I tapped him on the shoulder, and I said, you're not alone. Well, that kid's eyes rolled into the back of his head, and he started to tremble and shake, and he was swaying like a sapling in the wind. And in a single leap, he shot out of that hole like a circus clown out of a cannon. And that's how I know he could jump that high. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming close to the end, and I'd like to say we saved the best for last, but we've had so much good. I don't think that'd be fair things you say, but I will say this. We're bringing something very amazing to you to finish the show. Janet Hines Norris did an amazing thing. She decided she was going to live her dream at middle age. She went forth and won the Rising Star contest with WNIT, and then won the Superstar contest, the AARP Superstar contest. And I heard her a year ago, and I knew she just had to be in this show. You just had to hear her. My good friend, Janet Hines Norris.
Good evening, y'all. Y'all ready to go home? I know it's getting late. Well, thanks for coming and thanks for staying. And we're just going to finish up the show and then bring the whole group out and do one final number, and then you can go home and go to bed. Let's hope you enjoyed yourself. We're going to just play around up here a little bit.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. Don't worry, baby, just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, oh baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. Remember the day I set you free, I told you you could always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow, I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow. So baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe.
This is a Shaka Khan song.
I love jumping songs. Thank you so much. This is another Stevie Wonder song.
Over time, I've been building my my castle of love, just for two. Though you never knew you were my reason, I've gone much too far for me now to say that I have to throw my castle away over dreams. I have picked out a perfect come true. Though you never knew it was of you I've been dreaming. The Sandman has come from too far away for you to say come back some other day. And though you don't believe that they do come true. For did my dreams come true when I looked at you? And maybe to it you would believe. You too might be overjoyed over love, over me. Turned every stone, oh, just to find I had found what I searched to discover. I've come much too far for me now to find the love that I sought could never be mine. And though you don't believe that they do, dreams do come true. My dreams come true when I looked at you, and maybe to it you would believe. You too might be overjoyed over love, over me. And though the odds seem impossible, what do they know? For in romance, a true love needs is a chance, and maybe with a chance you will find. You too, like I, overjoyed over love, over me. And though the odds say impossible, what do they know? For in romance, our true love needs is a chance, and maybe with a chance you will find. You too, like I, overjoyed over love, over me. That's Overjoyed. And my last selection will be a song that's very special. It talks about you, the hero, for coming and supporting this event. There's a hero in you. There's a hero. If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you if you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you. It's a long road when you face the world alone. No one reaches out a hand for you to hold. You can find love if you search within yourself, and the emptiness you felt would disappear. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, just look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you. No one knows dreams are hard to follow. Don't let anyone tear them away. No, no. Hold on, there will be tomorrow. In time, you'll find the ways, and then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you. A hero lies in
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, Janet. The Janet Hines Norris Band. Let's bring out the Moonshine Crooners. Judy Bird. Come on, Lindsay. And Russell. Kennedy's Kitchen, everybody. Uncle John Pottis and Curtis Lord.
Check. Are we having fun yet?
When the night has come and the land is dark,
And the moon is the only light we'll see.
No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid.
Just as long as you stand by me.
darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall,
And the mountains will crumble to the sea.
Oh, I won't cry. I won't cry. No, I won't shed a tear.
Just as long as you stand by me.
darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, you can stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me.
Stand by me.
Yeah. Woo! Give it up for the crew, everybody. Give it up for the techs.
This is our stage manager, Eileen Bollinger. She kicks ass. She made sure everybody got here on time, in place. There's no show without her. Thank you all very much.
Good night. Thank you for inviting us to the party.